How is everybody doing today? Well, old Jerry here. The weather ain't that bad. And, yeah, if you watched my video I put up Sunday covering Sunday's work, you notice there are no subwoofers in here and you can see port. My ports fell, yeah. And through calculation, that port, he was a bad port. He was only like yay far from the bottom of the enclosure. That probably killed my wind in here. So now they are back up. They're glued in place. Thank you, Debbie. And it's Valentine's Day. And yeah. So that's all good. Anyway, guys, we got a lot going on. Check out Debbie Ain't Loud YouTube channel. She put together a really good video of where we started her doors to now, like all together for people wanting to learn how to do doors or whatever, custom doors. Guys, I've said it before, I'm just a backyard builder. We are not professionals in any way, shape, or form. But I do what I can, you know, and I do it by myself. Well, with Deb, we do everything ourselves. So, you know, I did get one comment on door before. It was the clue, but he said doors look like shit, but he can't build doors. So I don't even know why he was talking smack, you know. And like I said, me and Deb, we do all this ourselves. And I just try to pass on the DIY knowledge to you guys that I have, which if I wanted to sit here and dedicate, you know, all my time to doing a set of doors, I could do a set of beautiful doors, guys. I'm not even going to lie. Do I want to? Hell no. You know, I still got to make A-pillars for Jangalang here and Deb's Blazer. And I'm in no way, shape, or form even amped up to do it. So I don't want to do this for a living. But anyway, yeah, check out Deb's channel for a good how-to on the doors and where we got her Blazer doors at. They're starting to come together and look really good. We got a lot of work done on the Jeep here. I did recone one subwoofer. I did that all on time lapse for you guys, trying something new out. Anyway, let's talk about music, because I still see a lot of people talking about they use YouTube or in any kind of streaming service, and we're going to kind of go over the different platforms that you can use. And keep in mind, the bigger and more powerful your system, the more that different platforms will affect things. So let's go way back, and we're going to start at CDs. Now, I don't know anybody that has had a CD in the past 10 years. I haven't had one in, God, like 18 years probably, maybe more. I can't even remember the last CD I bought. I do know in the early 2000s, you know, I had a computer and download songs, and I would burn my own CDs. But the problem is, even back in 2007, or 2006, 2007, when I was competing, USAC made us use their CD. We had to actually burp the car with a USAC CD. Now, the problem I ran into back then is I would start a burp and my CD would skip. I literally had to get super long RCA cables coming out of the hole in the dash, extend my power, remote, turn on, constant ground, all that really long, and I would have to stand beside the car and burp it because the CD would skip. So obviously that's why we no longer use CDs in car audio anymore. You know, we don't do it now. Which brings me to another thing. Why the hell are people still buying like 80 PRSs and even the Kenwood Exelons with CD player in them? I see people recommending this KCD Kenwood Exelon that has less features than my KMM X704, which 705 is the new one. Way less features, badass in-dash, but it has CD player in it. It's like $300. To where you can pay $150 and get one that deep in the dash without a CD player. I don't understand. I can't even fathom why they think they need a CD player. Who owns a CD? Especially with a system it's going to skip. But anyway, CDs are out. You know, when I was even competing USAC back then, I would listen to all my music through a USB drive because there were quite a few CD players or in-dashes out back then that did have a USB drive port on them. And that was my saving grace in my little CRX because, hey, we're not skipping no more. So we'll get back to that USB drive. But now your modern choices are a lot of people will do Pandora, Spotify, Apple Music, and all of that. And it's great until you go through an area where you got like really crappy cell phone service and then things start glitching. It has happened to me. I hate it. And there is nothing worse than at one point, and I do this, I'm guilty of this. I have hands-free in the Jeep. I was at a show. There might have been some of y'all there. It was in 2020. There's people still talk about it on Facebook and certain groups and stuff. I pull up to the lanes. My buddy Michael Bryant was running a show there. God, I think it was DB Drag. I pulled the Jeep up in the lanes. It was hot as hell that day, and we were at Rockingham. And I burped and shattered the windshield on the first burp. No problem. I go in to do a music run with a shattered windshield because I wanted to get my music run out the way, which sucked because the windshield was shattered. And I start doing the music run, and my phone glitched and called 911. Yeah, that sucks. That was something that they was doing in the iPhone for like a year because it happened quite often after that. My iPhone would detect that I've been in a wreck and it would call 911. Yeah, I had like 3 different calls with 911. That sucked. But anyway, what I'm getting at is that is why streaming really, really sucks. Even if you're doing like Spotify, you know, and you're having to get a signal from, you know, internet into your phone. YouTube is so like compressed that it's kind of bad. But you're adding an element of noise and static and other things into your phone. I don't recommend it, guys. The best thing you can do is download your music to a laptop or whatever and make you a USB drive or get music. Have your buddy do it. Have somebody, every bass head knows somebody that's got rebased music. Do it that way. Now, I am guilty. Like right now, I had no subs or nothing in here. I do play Apple Music just when I'm driving back and forth to work, you know, on my doors. When I get songs from Apple Music, I don't do it to where it puts them in the cloud and I have to stream them. I download them directly to my phone, which is going to bring up another point. A lot of times, good song come on. I'll be in here trying to flex these doors. I ain't even going to lie. I will flex these doors. So I'm listening to a good song. I'm getting into it. And I get a call. Somebody calls. It's really bad if you have maps on. I hate it. Hate it. But I'd do it, you know. It ain't like I'm trying to like turn up to my full tilt demo volume and have subs rolling. I wouldn't do that on Apple Music or when I'm streaming. I won't. Just because there's too many things that can go bad. It's like there has been times that I'll forget to disconnect Bluetooth from my phone. I'll be at a show giving a demo and I get a damn phone call or a text or Facebook groups. You know how to give you the alert for them? There's nothing worse than being in here, you know, you into it, you beard tricking, like woo, 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 you know, girl over here hair tricking. And it's like you get that alert from Facebook Messenger. Yeah, y'all know what I'm talking about. So, yeah, don't do that. Let's stay away from that. My word of advice would be if you're going to give a demo, try to get USB. And try to remember, and I'm bad about this, to disconnect your damn phone from Bluetooth if it's connected to your radio. Now, there, you know, you could say, hey, I run my iPhone or my Android through the cable into the USB port on my phone. I don't Bluetooth it. Because I don't know if Bluetooth's dirty or not. I would imagine the best, cleanest sound you're going to get is through USB. That's just factual, you know. I don't know how clean Bluetooth is going to be, but even if you're using that cord, you're still going to get a damn alert on your phone, which is going to just stop the music. I hate it. Hate it. I don't like streaming. You know, we've covered all the problems with streaming. I really don't think YouTube music is going to be that clean because you're still streaming it. You're leaving a doorway open for a lot of things to go wrong, especially if you have big system, a lot of power, things can go wrong. Now, I know like JP, you know, he's got the old iPad wireless through Bluetooth. And I'm pretty sure that he had everything, you know, adjusted amp-wise for that to run it. But at the same time, I don't think JP's going to be getting damn Facebook messages on his iPad in his dash. You know, like Doug at Sound, man, I don't think he's going to do that either. And I'm pretty sure that both of them guys are going to download, you know, straight to the iPad from Apple Music. That way the file is on that device and they're not streaming it. Which I know a lot of people, you can do that. I know a lot of people that don't have a head unit and they use their phone to play all their music, and they're probably doing it successfully. I'm not. You know, I prefer to have a head unit in here. Just so I can take that damn phone out of the equation. I can have my, you know, my music on my USB. I know it's going to be clean. There's going to be no clipping. And I can enjoy it until I forget to turn off Bluetooth and I get a damn phone call or a text or Facebook message or email or something like that. Which is usually okay unless I'm at a show. I usually don't drive this thing down the road and turn up to demo volume because it's hard to see. Now that we've discussed the whole do's and don'ts of music, or what Jerry calls do's and don'ts, just trying to make y'all realize the different things going on here. Let's get into, we had no subs here. I did build one sub. I did put out a feeler trying to find a blown G2 Genesis 15. Offering to trade somebody if they're local enough to bring me the sub, because I'm not shipping you a damn sub. You know, I'm not going to be out money paying to ship a subwoofer to somebody. You know, if somebody was close enough to come to me with a blown Genesis 15, I will give them a good Genesis 15, because I really don't want to cut up a good sub when right now there are no recones or anything available for the Genesis 15s. But if that don't pan through here in a week or so, I'm going to go ahead and cut one up to recone it to a dual 2. I have 5 of the 6 subs to go in here. I still got to go in there and drill, you know, for my speaker terminals, but that's simple enough. I don't know if I'm going to do it this coming weekend. I'm going to try. I know it's going to take me like all day to put subs in here and get the amps in and everything wired up. I mean, it is what it is, you know, but I got to get that done because I still miss playing music in here. Got to still work on the wife's doors. I did some work on the roof of this thing yesterday because it started leaking, and I was horrified at what I found up there. I found part of the roof lifted up about that far, and there was a crack that went around like the size of my hand, you know, big. The roof up here is just destroyed. I don't know what happened. You know, I got this. I got the wood roof. I'm thinking I had too much damage already done before. And when I raptor lined it, I didn't grind all the way down. I had, you know, like layers of Flex Seal up there that seemed to be holding really well. And then I went in on the roof skin and I put deadener, but it was butyl deadener. I did put it on with a heat gun. I think when it got cold, it started peeling away and the roof is pretty screwed up there. I have made the conscious decision that I have a friend that's got an old Jeep I've been snagging parts off of. I'm trying to get a hold of him to ask him if I can cut part of the roof out of that thing. And I will replace the whole outer section of the roof up here. What I plan on doing is cutting a big section of roof out of another Cherokee. Going on this roof in my buddy Billy's shop, taking off all the raptor liner from that section, You know, obviously I'm going to lay the piece I cut out on there, just kind of lay it on there and mark around it with a Sharpie. Clean up that whole edge, you know, where the edge is going to weld to down to bare metal. Clean everything up, cut all the bad sections where it's like warped and everything, just cut it all the way out. Talking totally remove it. Cut big sections out. That way that piece of roof skin is going to lay flat on the other one. Probably going to find a good adhesive that I can stick the two together with. And get it stuck down. Something that welding ain't going to affect that bad. And I'm just going to go around and tack weld and tack weld and tack weld and tack weld. That's where I've been screwing up a lot at welding this thin sheet metal is I try to do beads like that long. I've come to the realization if I just do small tacks at different places all the way around, it'll probably weld a lot better without blowing through. So that is my plan, to get it tack welded all the way around. Smooth out the welds, you know, with a grinder. You kind of get them smooth and then go back over with like the roll-on Herculiner and then get it re-raptor lined. That way you won't be able to notice it as bad with double texture. So that's like my only option for this roof at this point. It is really far gone. And I made mistakes with this build along the way. This current build I didn't. The roof was just so jacked already. And even all this just couldn't help what was already done up there. So, you know, basically I'll have holes in the original roof, but there will still be a lot of structure there from the original roof where I can get everything welded where it overlaps with some kind of good adhesive. If you do body work of any kind and know of a good adhesive that I can glue the two skins together with, before I weld the edges where that heat ain't going to hurt it real bad. I just want to get them welded together so they don't do this. You know, that's all I'm kind of looking for. But if you know something, leave me a comment or email me. My email is listed on here. Anyway, guys, that's all I got. I just wanted to do a quick update little video, let y'all know what's going on, talk about my preferences of playing music. You know, the good, the bad, and the ugly on it. And I know some of you guys still out there rocking CDs. Don't hate on me for it, guys. Do not, please. I just can't play a CD. But anyway, I hope y'all have a great Valentine's Day. And I shouldn't even have to say this, guy, but you know, you got to eat some booty on Valentine's Day. Peace out, guys. Bass on.
Even when you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go.